This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing.
The cool green, you can't lose. Treat yourself and don't beat yourself.
At all.
Cool green. The music. Tony 2 times sent me here.
Exactly, let them know.
All right. You gotta get down with the get down.
Brooklyn nigga, you heard? Brooklyn nigga out here with me. On another note, shout out to Cool Green. You already know what's up. You already know what's up. Shout out to Cool Green. Cool Green, I'm out here. I'm in the city, man. Pull up on me.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of the Baltimore Way, I will be telling the story of an early Saturday morning in West Baltimore where a fight between a group of women turned deadly. Now, before we get into this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here. Go ahead and click the notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button. Give us a thumbs up. Feel free to share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the full story. All right, let's get right into it. In one of my previous videos, I talked about how anger that turns into uncontrollable rage can be deadly. In the heat of the moment, our emotions, combined with our fight or flight reflexes, can cause someone's life to be gone and a person spending the rest of their life behind bars. Well, for 22-year-old Michelle Johnson, a heated argument cost her and another woman their lives. On April 4th, 2015, at approximately 1:15 a.m., Baltimore police were patrolling the area of Edmondson Avenue by North Dukeland Street. Once they got to the 2800 block of Edmondson Avenue, police saw a group of women arguing outside a carry-out restaurant. The officers ordered the group of women to disperse and leave the area, which they did according to reports. In spite of that, just 15 minutes later, the group was seen again outside the same carryout. When officers stepped out of their patrol car, a young woman identified as 22-year-old Michelle Johnson took off running. Police chased Michelle for a block and a half before finding her hiding behind some dumpsters. Reports went on to say when officers handcuffed Michelle Johnson, they noticed what looked like blood on her clothing. The officers asked her if the blood on her clothing belonged to her, and she told them no, it was not hers. After apprehending Michelle, police returned to the scene and found 36-year-old Carla Harrison lying in a pool of blood with stab wounds to the stomach and chest. Another unidentified 30-year-old woman was also stabbed in the leg. Both were taken to the hospital. The 30-year-old who was hit in the leg suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Sadly, for 36-year-old Carla Harrison, she was not so fortunate. According to reports, she was jabbed 5 times and suffered 6 cutting wounds to her body. 2 of those jab wounds punctured Carla's heart, resulting in her untimely death. According to news reports, Carla Harrison was from the 3900 block of Edmondson Avenue. Police believe she and the other woman who was injured were involved in the altercation with the group of women. Officers took several persons of interest into custody at the scene for questioning. Hours later, Michelle Johnson, the woman who was found with blood on her clothing after she fled from police, was charged with murder along with assault charges. According to reports, no other suspects were identified. Detectives were able to recover surveillance video which showed a fight with Michelle Johnson holding some type of sharp object in her hand, making slashing motions. Officers did not find a weapon at the carryout restaurant. Detectives and relatives said the altercation started with an argument, but no one seemed to know why it escalated to its deadly outcome. Almost a year later, on March 29, 2016, Michelle Johnson, then 23, pled guilty to first-degree murder. According to reports, Michelle Johnson cried when she heard the sentence the judge announced he was planning to impose as a part of the plea agreement. The imposed sentence was life in prison with all but 35 years suspended and 3 years probation. She was set to be sentenced on April 28, 2016. Carla Harrison's grandmother told reporters that she hoped to get the justice she wanted for her granddaughter. The grieving grandmother said her granddaughter was killed for no reason and that it was senseless. At the time, she went on to say that Carla was an only child and her daughter, Carla's mother, was not well since she lost her beloved Carla. She said the loss was tough to handle and it was hard for their entire family. Rest in peace to Carla Harrison. My sincerest and deepest heartfelt condolences to her family and friends. I hope with time they are doing okay and coping okay with their loss. Time heals, but the process can take a lifetime. I truly pray for all who were involved in this terrible tragedy. I also feel a bit of sympathy for Michelle Johnson. Although living, she lost her freedom. At just 22, she made a bad decision that landed her with 35 years in prison. She will be well into her 50s by the time she's released back into society. Now, was it rage, anger, or malicious intent that caused Michelle to take the verbal altercation to the next level? Was she in fear for her life? Did her environment contribute to her volatile actions? No matter the reasoning behind it, every action has a consequence. And that consequence can change your life and others for the worse. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but let's try to think before we react. Many of us have been in situations where we feel we must fight or defend ourselves. But ask yourself, is the situation worth losing my life or freedom for? And if so, are you ready to risk it all? Comment down below and let me know what you think of this horrible incident. Please feel free to share your thoughts. I just ask that you keep it respectful. Alright fam, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times, and I'm out.